Welcome to In the Loop, the show where we dive into the stories of the bands and artists shaping music history across Asia and beyond. I'm your host Charlie, and today we're tracing the shimmering rise of a solo artist from Vietnam, whose music feels like a memory you haven't made yet. This is June Solin and the myth behind Mermaid. This is the story of June Solin, a solo artist from Vietnam who turns dreams into songs. June didn't start with fame or connections. She began as a street performer, just a boy with a guitar and a voice that trembled with emotion. What set him apart wasn't just his music, it was his story. One dream, a mermaid, and a promise. I hope to meet you again beneath the 1,000 layers of waves. What June wanted wasn't just to be heard, he wanted to tell a story. One about love and loss, myth and memory. But how do you share a dream? His performances were raw, but he lacked production tools, collaborators, and the confidence to go beyond the streets. He needed more than a song, he needed a sound. One that could carry the weight of the ocean and the softness of longing. June poured his soul into a concept EP called Mermaid, a love story told in sound. He uploaded it quietly, just one post on Bandcamp and TikTok, but it spread. A wave of listeners connected with the sadness, the softness, the oceanic vastness of it all. For the first time, strangers were hearing his dream and sharing their own in return. But sharing a dream isn't easy. June's emotional vulnerability became a double-edged sword. Some called his work too soft or too sad. Others criticized the fantasy theme. He faced pressure to change, go pop, chase trends. Even collaborators wanted to rework his identity. And most painfully, one of his closest friends, turned partners, accused him of being too distant, more committed to a fantasy than to real life. But June didn't give in. He leaned deeper into his dream-crafted Tear in the Tide, a track even sadder, more exposed. And somehow, that was what people needed. Messages poured in, "This helped me, this saved me." June realized his dream wasn't just his, it was a mirror for others. His pain had become connection, his fantasia shared refuge. But the truth, I saw at costs. June lost friendships. He turned down record deals that wanted to repackage his story. At one point, he almost gave up. There were weeks where he couldn't write, barely sang. The dream that once kept him afloat began to drown him. But in the silence, he remembered the mermaid's words, "Beneath the 1,000 layers of waves." So he dove again into the silence, into healing. Then came the return. A fan-made animation using his song went viral. Blogs picked up his EP. June re-emerged, quietly but stronger. He embraced his full identity, mythical, emotional, Vietnamese, modern. The soundscape deepened. Now, he wasn't just telling the story of the mermaid and the fisherman. He was telling the story of everyone who loved deeply and lost quietly. June's new work is fuller, more confident. His next EP blends Vietnamese poetry with cinematic strings, and he's begun writing music for films about myth and memory. He knows now that he doesn't need to explain the dream, just invite us into it. June Solin didn't just grow as an artist. He became a storyteller who made sadness beautiful, who let fantasy sing. And now, we're all floating with him. June Solin's journey began with a dream, and the ocean hasn't stopped calling since. He taught us that even the softest voices carry power, and that the line between love and fantasy is worth walking again and again. If you've ever loved someone who slipped away like water between your fingers, then June's music is for you. Thanks for watching In the Loop. I'm Charlie. Until next time, keep listening, keep feeling, and let the waves carry you home.
Climb into the sky, the high, here where the sky